Well, I did it right. It just popped right up. So, yay me. I'm going to take the win. Good morning. Not Stacy, right? Obviously, my name's Melissa. I think I've met everyone. Announcements. We'll do those later. Generally, I invite you to take all sorts of positions, right? Like whatever you feel comfortable in. So to begin, if you feel comfortable seated, be seated. If you'd rather lie down for a few minutes, go ahead and make that choice. So decide how your body feels best this morning. We won't really use a lot of props for today's class, but potentially a block for supported bridge at the end of our practice. So find your tall spine, close your eyes or shift your gaze downward. Take a moment here to just notice whatever you've brought here today. I'm going to put aside anything that won't guide or inform your practice in some way. Always trying our best to spend our time in this space focusing on ourselves, in particular our bodies and our breath. Start to notice your breath. Allow its natural rhythm. Feel the rise and fall of the rib cage. Shift awareness to the sensation of the air as it flows in and out through the nose. Listen for any sounds your breath is making. Deepen your breath. Try to match inhalations and exhalations, equal ratio breathing, the foundation of our practice. As we move through our practice, we will strive to maintain a smooth and steady breath. We also work towards letting go of judgments of ourselves and others, letting go of expectations, letting go of comparison. Always reminding ourselves that we can feel quite different from one day to the next or from one side of the body to the other. So we get to choose every time we're on our mats. Any modifications, add things in, take them away, whatever it might be for today. Decide if you might use this time to set an intention or an affirmation for your practice. Or maybe it's for the day or even the weekend ahead. Let's plan early. Or maybe today you choose patience. Your eyes might remain closed, or you might start to slowly open them. Take as much time as you need and find child's pose. Now, you can make that look or feel all sorts of ways. Thighs parallel or knees wide. Arms extended above the head. Maybe you stack your palms or fists to rest your forehead on. Perhaps your arms come long beside your body, or maybe even in between the thighs, reaching for the heels. Not right or wrong, just what's right for you. Think about softening the body here. Let's extend the arms long above the head and spread the fingers nice and wide. On the inhalation, shift forward, kneeling plank. On the exhalation, head back to child's pose. You weren't expecting that if you come to my class regularly. Let's inhale again, shift forward, kneeling plank. I promise we'll add on. Exhale, child's pose. One more time this way. And then this next time we inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower part way or all the way. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, child's pose. Continuing to flow with your breath. If you don't prefer the lowering, you might continue with kneeling plank to child's pose. We're just getting those joints lubricated, starting to build a little heat in the body. One more time, we'll meet in child's pose. And now we'll come forward into table, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You always have the choice for any kind of cushion. Double your mat. Find a blanket or fists for wrists. Lengthen from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Inhale here. Exhale, find your cat. Turn your tailbone down, round your back, and tuck your chin. Inhale, lift your tailbone, sink your belly, draw the chest forward, raise the gaze for cow. We're flowing between the two, unless we're not. Maybe you like to pause in one or the other. One more time each way. And then we'll move into a flat back position. This is where I remind you, when I say right, I go right. You're welcome to do the same or to mirror me. From here, we're going to extend the left leg long behind us. Kickstand the right foot off to the floor and peel the left fingers to the sky, kneeling side plank. Perfect. Option to keep that extended leg down, or maybe flex the foot, lift the leg. You can keep that hand, that arm extended or bend into the elbow to cradle the head. Gaze comes forward in that case. Thinking about pushing the head into the fingertips, finding some space across the front of the body. Chest, collarbone, inside of that shoulder. Let's move back into table. And then find the other side. The right leg is long, the left leg kickstands. Right arm, fingers sweep to the sky. Take time to find stability. Add that leg lift if it appeals to you. Decide if you're happy with that arm extended or if you might cradle your head. Beautiful adaptations. Releasing back into table. Step your hands forward once or twice. Tuck your toes, shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Maybe pedal your feet here. Can shift or wiggle your hips. Move your body in any way that feels good this morning. Take another breath here. And then soften your knees, shift your gaze to the top of the mat, walk or step your feet forward. And exhale to fold in. Still more choices. Maybe you're pedaling your feet some more. Maybe ragdoll feels good. Opposite elbows, sway gently. Your knees can be a little bit bent or really bent for any tension or tightness in the back of the body. Notice when you bend your knees that your torso comes closer towards your thighs. Maybe that feels good. Find a neutral spine, firm evenly into the soles of the feet. Soften your knees, sweep out and up, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain. Arms can come through heart center or nice and wide. There are your shoulders. You get to pick. We have 4 Sun A variations. And then we'll add 2 more on for fun, but we'll add in a warrior too. So let's inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hinge and fold. On your inhalation, plant your hands, step your right foot back for a lunge. Your exhale takes you to down dog. Inhale, plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower your chest all the way. Untuck your toes, push through your palms, lift your chest, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Walk or step your feet forward. And fold in. Extended mountain. Mountain. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step your left leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, let's still lower all the way. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Walk or step your feet forward. And fold in. Extended mountain. Mountain. Option for chaturanga to up dog this time. Sweep up and fold. Your right leg leads for the lunge. Downward facing dog. Inhale for plank. Maybe come forward onto the toes, lower part way, chaturanga. Flip your feet, press through your palms, straighten your arms, up dog. That's a lot of words. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward. And fold in. Extended mountain. Mountain. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your left leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your plank. Lower part way or all the way. Choose your back bend. Shift back to down dog. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward. Exhale, fold. Sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain. 2 more with a warrior 2 in there. Sweep up and fold. Here comes a switch. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hand, step your right foot back to warrior 2. Inhale, stack up. Exhale, right back to where you came, but into down dog. Inhale, plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower part way or all the way. Choose your back bend. Shift back to down dog. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward and fold in. Extended mountain, mountain pose. Last time, sweep up. Hinge and fold. Flat back. Your left foot finds warrior 2. Inhale, shoulders over hips. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower part way or all the way. Choose your back bend and shift back to down dog. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward. Exhale, fold. Extended mountain, join your palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment. Notice your breath, or maybe come back to that affirmation or intention. Meaning in mountain pose. Hands can be the heart center, hips or long beside the body. Your weight's coming into your left foot. And your right knee draws forward, standing one leg balance. I'll let you go first. Beautiful. Firming in, lifting, tucking those abdominals. Take a big step back with the right leg, and as you do, extend your biceps by your ribs, lightning warrior. Find length from the crown of the head all the way to that right heel. Beautiful. Firm into your base of support and sweep your fingers to the sky. You might think about pulling that back hip forward, the forward hip back. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift, lengthen, straighten. Exhale, bend. Reach tall and bend. One more time. Reach tall and bend. Lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. I'm a little wobbly. Reach your fingers to the sky. And then plant your hands to frame that front foot. Sweep your left leg back, three-legged dog. Lower your toes, downward facing dog. Maybe down dog, maybe child's pose, or your half series. That means plank and lower, back bend to down dog. Two breaths. Meeting in down dog. Inhale to lift your right leg for a three-legged dog. Keep your hips level, reach through your heel, your toes point down. On your exhalation, step that right foot forward. And then we're going to step that left leg in part way, pyramid pose. That part way is up to you. Your hands might touch the mat here. They might come to blocks. Once again, maybe pulling the forward hip back and the back hip forward. Beautiful job. Inhale to step the left leg to meet the right. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, wait for it. We're coming to chair. Let your tailbone be heavy. Pull your belly button in and up. Arms are accessories here. You can put them wherever you want to. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain. Arms as accessories. Take a breath. It's time the weight's on the right foot. And the left knee draws forward. Standing one leg balance. Perhaps there's a 90-degree bend in your hip, your knee, and your ankle, but maybe there isn't. Arming in, feeling strong and tall. Step that left foot back, biceps by the ribs. Lightning warrior. Lengthening, extending your spine. Reaching through your fingertips. Maybe they're reaching towards the baseboard, the edge of your mat, or maybe the wall behind you. Inhale, crescent lunge. Nice. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Extend. And bend. One more. Hold your cactus. Perfect. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale your right leg back, three-legged dog. Lower your toes, downward facing dog. Again, maybe you choose down dog, child's pose, or flow through your half series. Meeting in down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, three-legged dog. We're going to stay here for just a couple breaths. Exhale, step that foot forward. And then step the right leg in part way. Legs are straight or mostly straight. Back toes point forward or maybe a little bit out. Pyramid pose. Lovely choices. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain. Arms are accessories. Take a breath. Weights in the left foot. The right knee draws forward. Maybe this time you extend your biceps by your ears. It's okay if you do. It's okay if you don't. Stepping back, sweeping your biceps in line with your ribs. Beautiful job. Inhale, crescent lunge. Slow and steady does it. Perfect. All right, we're going to open up to warrior two. You didn't see that coming. Turn your toes, lower your heels, spread your arms, shoulders down your back, extend through all of your fingers. Beautiful. Flip your front palm and then take the fingers to the sky. Right hand, right thigh, or around the low back. Choose your gaze, down, forward, or up. If that hand is around the low back, you can keep it there. Exhale, side angle. Maybe your hand wasn't there in your side angle and you want to take that half bind, wrapping your hand behind your back, reaching your fingers towards that hip crease. Nice open chest. Exhaling, plant your hands. Low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lower your toes. Downward facing dog. Once again, down dog, child's pose, or your half series. Meeting in down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. This time, lower your back knee. Didn't see that coming. Inhale, kneeling crescent lunge. I know, so confusing when I switch things up. Look, patience is coming on. Plant your hands. And now find your pyramid pose. Maybe you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, nose towards knee. Maybe you prefer that flat back position. That's okay too. Step your left foot forward and fold in. This part's the same. Inhale, chair. Sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain. Take a breath. Your weight's in your right foot. Your left knee pulls forward. Take time to firm in, perhaps fingers to the sky, biceps by the ears. Step back, lightning warrior. And crescent lunge. Nice. Open up to warrior two. Can adjust that stance, right? Remember, you're never stuck where you are. Can always edge and step. Can play a little with a bend and straighten. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Choose your gaze, arms as accessories as well. Exhale, side angle pose. Maybe there's that half bind here. Exhale, plant your hands, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Down dog, child's pose, or your half series. Meeting in down dog. And inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step it through. The right knee lowers. Sweep up, kneeling crescent lunge. Firming into the sole of the front foot, maybe the top of the back foot. Beautiful. Release your hands and step to pyramid. Maybe stay tall in that flat back or inhale, lengthen. Exhale, nose towards knee. Step your right foot forward. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair. Last time. Sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain. Take a breath. Inhale, your right knee comes forward, standing one leg balance, completely different sequence, sort of. We start the same. Arms are accessories. Sweeping back, lightning warrior. Fingers to the sky, crescent lunge. Stay here or cradle or clasp your hands and cradle your head. Elbows come wide, head into hands, hand into head. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, turn your torso towards that front leg. You can keep your head cradled or you can extend your arms, gazing towards one hand or the other or somewhere in the middle. Plant your right hand inside of your left foot. We've closed our twist. Bring that top hand to that hip and step back to a side plank or lower your right knee, kneeling side plank. Once you're there, maybe extend that left arm back up. Oh, good. Moving into a full plank. Maybe you shift to down dog or maybe you finish your half series from there. Meeting in down dog. Inhale your right leg, three-legged dog. This time when we step it forward, we're bringing it to the outside of the right hand for a lizard. You have choices. Maybe you stay on the back knee up. Maybe you lower it down. Maybe you stay on your palms. Maybe you come down to your forearms. Maybe they're on the mat. Maybe they're on blocks. Option to roll onto the outside edge of that front foot and open the knee. It's not right or wrong. If that knee is open, let's bring it closed. Coming back onto the palms, lifting, extending that back leg. From here, we're going to step that left foot forward to the outside of the left hand. And then we're going to lower into a squat. Maybe we stop halfway, thighs parallel, or maybe we're sinking all the way down. Garland, Malasana, what have you. It's called a few different things. Plant your hands, forward fold. Heel toe your feet towards hip distance. Sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain. Take a breath. The weight's on the right leg this time. Left knee pulls forward. Standing one leg balance. Fingers to the sky if you want them. Lightning warrior. Lovely. Inhale, crescent lunge. Option, cradle the head. Lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Spread those elbows wide. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, turn your torso to the right. Head can stay cradled or you can extend your arms. Beautiful. Plant your left hand inside of your right foot. If you feel like you're really yanking on that shoulder, you can bring your hand to the hip or to the thigh. Maybe you bring the hand to the hip to step back to your side plank. Or lower the bottom knee, kneeling side plank. Patience, right? Moving into plank, maybe back to down dog or finish your half series. Inhale, I'm meeting in down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale it to the outside of the left hand. Choose, right? Knee lifted or lowered. On your palms or forearms. Blocks, no blocks. Knee open. Maybe this side feels different from the other side. If that front knee is open, go ahead and bring the sole of the foot back to the mat. Come onto your palms. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee. Your right foot steps to the outside of your right hand. It's okay if it doesn't get there the first time. And then we start to lower the hips. Again, maybe we stay part way. Maybe that's what feels good in our bodies today. Or take the hips all the way down. Beautiful job. Release your hands, forward fold. Heel toe your feet. Sweep up, extended mat, and join your palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment. Maybe remind yourself of that affirmation or intention. Or just notice your breath. Let's inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Plant your hands and come to seated. Maybe you have a blanket, block, or bolster under your hips. Maybe you don't. Personal preference. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch, the knees open. Butterfly pose. Your heels can be as close to or as far away from your body as you like. You can stay here, shoulders over hips, arms as accessories, or you might inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Elbows can tuck in or forearms resting in front of the shins. Once you found that comfortable hinge, feel free to round your back and tuck your chin. Two breaths. Stack your shoulders back over your hips and extend your legs long. You can still be on some support if you like, if that feels good for you. Keep the left leg long, bring the sole of the right foot up. It's inside of the right thigh. You're going to give it a hug. Right? You're sitting up still nice and tall, but giving that leg a hug. We'll inhale again, lengthen. And as we exhale, we're going to turn our torso towards that leg. Maybe slide the right hand back towards the hip or fingers to the floor. Maybe the palm touches. Beautiful tall spines. Two breaths. Start to unwind. And then open that knee to the side, sole of the foot to the inside of the leg. Square your chest to face your toes. Inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. And then walk your hands, stopping wherever feels good. Still the option to soften, round, let the head feel heavy. Take another breath here. And slowly walk your hands up. Straighten your right leg, shake it out. And then bring the sole of the left foot to the floor inside of the right thigh. If it's not the left, it's got to be the right. Sit up long and tall. Give it a hug. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn to face the leg. Give it a hug. Decide where that back hand might go. Two breaths. Come back to center. Open the knee. Square your chest to face your toes. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. And then walk those hands. Once you found your hinge, soften and round if that feels good. Take another breath here. Stack your shoulders back over your hips. Straighten your leg. And before we lie down, feel free to gather, right? Collect anything you will want for your Shavasana. So it's easy to reach. We will use a block for supported bridge. So bringing a block to the middle of the mat. Option to hold on behind one or both thighs to lower down, or extend your arms long and slowly lower from there. Take as much time as you'd like. We'll meet in constructive rest. That means soles of the feet to the mat, hip distance, stepped in towards the glutes, shoulder blades tucked, arms long beside the body, palms face down. Softening into the mat.
your exhalation, draw your knees towards your chest. Option to hold on behind the thighs or on top of the shins. You might choose stillness, or you might rock gently from side to side. Come back to a neutral spine. Release the soles of the feet. Again, they're hip distance, stepped in towards the glutes. Your shoulder blades are tucked under you. We'll start with a few flowing bridges before we support. So firming into the soles of the feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. And exhale, lower back down. Inhaling, squeezing, firming, lifting, knees and toes point in the same direction. Releasing gently. One more time, all the way up. And back down. Now find your block. And as you lift, maybe it's the low side, maybe it's the middle side, slide it under your tailbone, your sacrum area. Maybe you retuck your shoulder blades here. If you took my class in the month of December, we did these every single time, not just here, everywhere, right? Maybe you stay here because supported bridge is how you're feeling, what your body wants, needs, enjoys. Or maybe you wish we had done a little more back bending, in which case you can lengthen one leg long on the mat, decide if that's perfect. Maybe join it with the other, adjusting the block up or down for sensation. Or maybe those back bends aren't really your thing, and you'd rather add in an inversion. Parallel one shin to the sky. That's just to decide if the block's going to hold you. And then join it with the other. Straighten both legs, soles of the feet to face the ceiling. Supported shoulder stand, also known as waterfall. If you should feel dizzy, lightheaded, or nauseous, come back to a point where you do not feel those things. Maybe that's supported bridge. Maybe that's constructive rest. A little shaking is normal. A little tingling is normal. Two more breaths. And then come back the way you came. Meeting in supported bridge. Firm into the feet, lift the hips, set your block aside. And when you lower your hips, heel toe your feet to the side edges of the mat. Let your knees touch at the midline of the body. Separate the knees. Decide if you keep your feet mat width or if you heel toe them to hip width for some windshield wipers. So inhale, center. Exhale, both knees to one side. Come back to center and find the other side. We're going to flow a few times first, just like we did before our supported bridge. And then we'll pause on each side for a few breaths. So one more time with the flow each side. And then the next time you find both knees over to the right, let's pause. Since you have a block, you might consider placing it under the outside of that bottom knee. You could consider placing it between the knees. Arms are accessories here, perhaps out to a T with the palms down. Your gaze might be up or it might be away from the knees. Bringing your knees back to center and then to the other side. Again, deciding if you have items for support. Find a gaze that works for you. Inhaling center. Heel toe feet to hip width if they're not already. And then draw your knees to your chest one last time. Option for stillness or that gentle rocking. Find a neutral spine. Release the soles of your feet. And then decide your preference for your final relaxation. Maybe legs long on the mat, toes falling away from the midline. Maybe constructive rest. Or how about that supine butterfly? Grab your blocks, blankets, bolsters, anything you want. Settle in. No matter what you choose, find some length in the spine. Tuck your shoulder blades. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Scan your body for tension or tightness, shifting, wiggling, getting as comfortable as you can. Soften your forehead and your eyes. Release your jaw and your tongue. Inhale through the nose and exhale, sigh. Time to rest. Enjoying these next several minutes. Staying present if possible. Noticing without judgment if the mind should wander. And if it does, come back to your breath. Or maybe that affirmation or intention. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Bring small movements to your body by wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles, gently rocking the head from side to side. Decide if you might like a full body stretch before bringing the soles of your feet to the mat and rolling to one side. Your arm is a pillow. Take a few breaths. And when you're ready, gently find a comfortable seated position. Closing our practice with one last breath together. Inhale the arms overhead, join the palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. My soul honors your soul. Happy Friday. Thanks for coming. Thanks. You're welcome. I thank you. Stacy will probably be back next week. I think she had an appointment this morning. Questions or comments, let me know. Thank you for joining us at home. I think it's what, Jamie, Anne-Marie, and oh shoot, I forget. Also starts with an M. Now I feel like a jerk. I'm gonna have to send her a note after class when I look her name up. But thank you nonetheless.